The first thing Arman Hale noticed was the silence, the kind that feels wrong even in daylight. On a bright morning when the sun poured freely through the windows of his modest rental home, he returned from a short delivery shift to find two small backpacks by the door and a folded note on the table. The house felt heavier than usual, as if it already knew what his heart had not yet accepted. In the quiet glow of noon, Armin would soon realize that two 6-year-old twin girls had been left behind with nothing but fear, confusion, and a fragile hope they did not know how to name. Before the story unfolds any further, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of unexpected love, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel Life Spark Stories. Your support helps stories like this reach hearts that need them. Armin was already a single father once, a man who had learned to survive loss after losing his wife years earlier, but the pain of that morning cut differently. The twins, Nora and Mila, stood in the living room holding each other's hands, their identical faces pale in the midday light, eyes darting as if the world might vanish if they blinked. Their stepmother, who had promised stability after Armin's remarriage, had disappeared while he was at work, leaving behind a note that explained nothing and apologized for everything. Armin felt the weight of responsibility crash into him all at once, not in the dark of night, but under a mercilessly clear sky that offered no place to hide. The days that followed were exhausting and uncertain. Armin worked longer hours under the sun, delivering packages through crowded streets, worrying constantly about childcare, school forms, and food bills that no longer stretched far enough. Every morning began early, with breakfast made from whatever he could afford, and every afternoon ended with him rushing home, afraid the twins might feel abandoned again if he was late. Nora was quiet and observant, clutching her backpack even indoors, while Mila tried to be brave, smiling too often as if joy could keep sadness away. Armin noticed how they flinched at sudden sounds, how they slept curled together during daylight naps, afraid the moment they relaxed, someone else might leave. Yet something subtle began to change. In the warm afternoons, when sunlight spilled across the worn carpet, the twins started drawing pictures at the kitchen table. They drew houses with wide windows, a man with tired eyes and strong arms, and three figures holding hands beneath a bright sun. Armin never asked what the drawings meant, but each one softened a corner of his heart he did not know was still guarded. He began packing lunches with little notes, not written words, but simple symbols like hearts and stars, hoping they would understand they were safe. Money remained tight, sleep remained scarce, and fear never fully left, but hope quietly took root. Armin learned how to braid hair in the early hours of the day, how to attend school meetings during lunch breaks, and how to listen without fixing, simply sitting beside two small girls as they processed a world that had failed them once already. He realized that saving them had not been a single moment of heroism, but a daily choice made in daylight, again and again, when walking away would have been easier. One afternoon, months later, as the sun lit the playground where Armin watched the twins laugh freely for the first time, he understood something profound. He had thought he rescued them from abandonment, but in truth, they had rescued him from loneliness, from grief that never fully healed, and from believing that miracles were rare. These girls, once left behind without explanation, had become his everyday miracle, reminding him that family is not always born. Sometimes it is chosen under the brightest skies. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like, share, and engage with this video. Your interaction helps spread hope to others who may be walking through their own difficult days. Before we reach the end, we have a special request for you. Please comment below and share what this story made you feel or who it reminded you of. Your words matter more than you know.